Hi, everybody. My name is Robin Charbit. I'm from Insight Principles. The purpose of this video is to give you a bit of an introduction, a bit of context, a bit of background to the introduction session that you've been invited to. So the first thing I wanted to cover was, what are we going to be sharing in that session? It's an hour and a half. It's a big commitment of your time. I know you've got a lot of things on. So simply put, we're going to be describing how the human mind works. Now, I know it's not a page turner. Most people are not sitting around waiting to learn about their mind, but I'm going to explain in a few moments why it's a really useful thing. Now, when I say we're going to share how the human mind works, just want to be clear. We're not going to talk about what you think, the content of your mind. That would be one potential topic. We're not going to talk about why you think what you think, which is the whole field of programming. What we're going to be talking about is what I would call the mechanics, or the functional working of your mind. How does it actually work? So that's what we're going to be talking about. So why bother? What's the so what? We work with a lot of people, thousands of people a year, and most people are not sitting around waiting to learn about how their mind works. So why devote the time? Well, I'm going to give you two answers. The first one is a generic answer, which is anything that you have in life that you seem to use well, someone explained to you how it worked. No one gave you a computer and said, good luck. No one gave you a cell phone without some basic instruction. And likewise, you didn't get given a car or even allowed to drive a car before anybody explained it to you. Well, we were all born with a human mind, and most of us have never been told how it works. Now, when you know how something works, you get more out of it. A great example would be the immune system. If you go back 200 years, people didn't know about disease, didn't know about bacteria. And so they were continuously, or it was actually structural, they were forever infecting themselves because they just didn't understand hygiene. And so most people were chronically ill, and that was just how you lived. Now, roll forward 200 years, we all understand germs, we all understand bacteria. So we mostly don't compromise our immune system. And if you look at it, it mostly runs pretty well. Well, the mind is no different. It has a series of scientific principles that cause it to operate the way it operates. And the more you understand those, the more you get to use your mind at its best. Now, here's the second reason why it's useful to learn this. We're living in difficult times. There's a lot going on. A lot of people are struggling with the circumstances. Now, if you look around, some people are struggling more, some people are struggling less. Or even for yourself, some days you're more caught up and other days you're less caught up. Well, what explains that variability? Well, if you understand the basic principles behind how the human mind works, that will clarify what's going on and help you be in a better psychological state more of the time, which, given what's going on, is a really useful thing to have. Now, the last thing I want to comment on is how to get the most out of the session. This is not intellectual learning. It's more intuitive learning. It's a bit more like learning to ride a bicycle. The more you apply yourselves mentally, the less you'll get. Whereas if you sort of relax and just go with the flow. I know that sounds like a strange instruction, but the more you do that, the more you'll absorb something, the more you'll realize something. That's what we're after. We don't want you to learn something at a conceptual level. We want you to see something for yourself. So we're going to be running a few exercises. There's going to be a dialogue. And pretty much your job is to turn up the way you turn up for a movie. Sit down in the chair, the lights dim, and you just let it wash over you. Okay, hope that was helpful and look forward to seeing you soon. Bye.